In this video lecture, we are going to study about the medicinal chemistry in this urinary tract infection. In urinary tract system, urinary tract infection, basically we use the quinolone derivative antibiotics. And here we are going to study about their classification, mode of action, uses, structure, activity relationships. Quinolones constitute a very large antimicrobial agents, and they are especially used in treatment of various type of infections, disease which are caused by bacteria. They are very potent in nature, have broad spectrum of antibacterial activity. Their mechanism of action is basically they are inhibit the bacterial DNA gyrase enzyme, which are very important for DNA synthesis, and this enzyme is responsible for supercoiling and compacting bacterial DNA molecule into the bacterial cell during replication process. Overall, the quinolones inhibit the DNA replication of bacterial cells. There is supercoiling and compacting takes place. This process takes place for constructing the DNA molecule, and which is very important for twisting of this DNA molecule, and this quinolone inhibit this twisting and supercoiling of DNA, and thus interfere with DNA replication. The quinolone have affinity for compounds like GABA receptor, and thus contribute in CNS side effect also. Quinolones have been associated with various severe and potential permanent side effect also, like tendons, muscles, joints, nerve and CNS system, and they are not recommended for children's. Now we will see the mechanism of action. क्या होता है जब डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन प्रोसेस होती है? मान लो ये एक सिंगल डीएनए ऑलरेडी बैक्टीरियल सेल का है, तो इसमें पहले अनट्विस्टिंग होगी, जिससे कि ये दो अलग अलग स्ट्रैंड डीएनए के बन जाएंगे. अब ये एक फोक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बनाते हैं. यहाँ अलग एक डीएनए पॉलीमरेज एंजाइम के थ्रू अलग फ्रैगमेंट ज्वाइन हो जाता है डीएनए का, और डीएनए गायरेज में के थ्रू यहाँ अलग एक और डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट अटैच हो जाता है. फिर इसके बाद में यहाँ ट्विस्टिंग हो जाएगी इस डीएनए इसकी, और इस वाले डीएनए की अलग से ट्विस्टिंग हो जाएगी. इस तरीके से आपको दो अलग डीएनए मिलेंगे. इसी प्रोसेस को कहते हैं रेप्लिकेशन. ठीक है, इसमें मेन रोल प्ले करते हैं कुछ एंजाइम्स, डीएनए पॉलीमरेज, डीएनए गायरेज, टोपाइसमरेज. ठीक है, अब होता क्या है इस प्रोसेस में, रेप्लिकेशन के प्रोसेस में, जब ये वी शेप का फोर्क बन गया तो यहाँ आपको दो फ्रेगमेंट्स वो भी ट्विस्टेड फॉर्म में नज़र आ रहे हैं. इसमें क्या होगा कि quinolones जो है वो जाके यहाँ पे बाइंड अप हो जाएगा. ये ट्रायंगुलर शेप में आपको quinolone दिख रहा है, और ये जो quinolone बाइंड अप हो जाएगा रेप्लिकेशन के बाद में आपको दिखेगा कि यहाँ पे quinolone बाइंड है. तो ये एक टॉक्सिसिटी क्रिएट करेगा डीएनए बैक्टीरियल सेल के लिए, और उससे क्या होगा, बैक्टीरियल सेल में एक एसओएस जो कि एक हेल्प के लिए मैसेज रहता है, SOS मैसेज पास ऑन करेगा, जिससे कि DNA का रिपेयरमेंट के लिए प्रोसेस स्टार्ट हो जाएगी। अब DNA रिपेयरमेंट की प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होने की वजह से DNA में म्यूटेशन कॉज होगा, और वो जो जेनेटिक म्यूटेशन कॉज हो रहा है उसकी वजह से जो सेल है फाइनली सेल डेथ होगी। तो ये मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन है क्यूनोलोन्स की। यहाँ हम देख सकते हैं स्ट्रक्चर है कुछ क्यूनोलोन्स के, जैसे कि अब हम देख सकते हैं कि 4 क्यूनोलोन का स्ट्रक्चर है, जिसमें आपको क्यूनिन रिंग मिलेगी, नैफ्थलीन रिंग में एक नाइट्रोजन अटैच है, एंड इसमें आप देख सकते हो कि कार्बोनिल ग्रुप अटैच है, C+O, मतलब केटोनिक फंक्शनल ग्रुप है। ठीक है, अब ये जो फंक्शनल ग्रुप है ये 4th पोजीशन पे 1 2 3 एंड ये 4th पोजीशन पे, इसलिए ये 4 क्यूनोलोन्स है। 2 क्यूनोलोन में ये 1 और ये 2 पोजीशन पे अटैच है, इसलिए ये 2 क्यूनोलोन है। ठीक है, अब जैसे हम देख सकते हैं कि 4 क्यूनोलोन में आप ये देखोगे कि एक टॉटोमेरिज्म इक्विलिब्रियम है 4 क्यूनोलोन और 4 हाइड्रोक्सी क्यूनोलोन का। तो ये 4 हाइड्रोक्सी क्यूनोलोन है, इसमें एक टॉटोमेरिक इक्विलिब्रियम फॉर्म कर होता है, जिसमें कि डबल बॉन्ड शिफ्टिंग होती है। हियर वी कैन सी this double bond may be shift here, and if this hydrogen bond goes to here, then here we can see the attachment of hydrogen at nitrogen, and this is not stable, and if the lone pair of electron which is present in on the nitrogen may shift and pull the electron cloud, thus this bond shifted here and form the double bond O. Thus the tautomerism takes place, and like that same tautomeric form of 2 quinoline and 2 hydroxy quinoline. This is the basic skeleton of quinolone's drugs. Here we can see the numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. On 6th position there is a fluorine group, and on 8th position there is inbuilt halogen, and on 7th position a different piperazine moiety is attached. Here we can see the SAR. If we goes to number 1 position, here the attachment or substitution gives an impact on pKa value, drug potency and stacking. Then this shaded portion and the substitution on this shaded portion, which are the position 1 2 3 and 4, involved in binding to the DNA gyrase enzyme, which is essential for the mechanism of action. Then at 5th position the substitution gives the gram positive activity. The main affinity of this substitution is for gram positive bacteria. The fluorine on 6th position involved in bacterial cell penetration and DNA gyrase affinity. On 7th position substitution gives the spectrum of activity and pKa, and the inbuilt halogen at position 8 gives the spectrum of activity, and they are mainly related to anaerobic aerobic activity. This is the SAR of quinolones. And if we goes with the drug, if we substitute at N1 position here, we can see if we attach ethyl, butyl, cyclopropyl and difluorophenyl, this substituent gives the potent compound. At C2 position here, hydrogen has been generally disadvantage. We need here double bond. The carboxyl function at position, if we modify here this carboxyl group, then it leads to decreased antibacterial activity. If we attach here isothiazole group, and it gives 4 to 10 times greater activity than ciprofloxacin. For example, here we can see the isothiazole group and the compound form prulifloxacin. At C4 carbon, C4 oxo group, this is essential for antibacterial activity. If we replace it with 4 thioxo group, then or sulfonyl group, then it leads to loss of activity. Incorporation of the group at C5, if we incorporate here at C5, it proves the beneficial for antibacterial activity. This is the order of activity. If we introduce a piperazine moiety at C7 position, which is very essential for the antibacterial activity. At C8 fluoro substituent, it gives good potency on gram negative pathogens. And this is the order of reactivity of substituents. A halogen fluorine or chlorine at C8 position improves the oral absorption. If linking of N1 to C8 position with oxygen ring, this leads to an active compound ofloxacin. This is the structure of ofloxacin, which is very important for pneumonia, cellulitis, UTI, prostatitis, plaque, and other infection caused the diarrhea. Next drug is naldixic acid. Here we can see the IUPAC of naldixic acid. The basic skeleton is 1,8-naphthyliridine. This fused ring is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and this is 8. 1,8-naphthyl. Naphthyliridine is the combination of naphthyl and pyridine ring. And at third position, here we can see the carboxylic acid group. So 1,8-naphthyliridine, 3-carboxylic acid. Now the remaining substituents at first position 1-ethyl, 1,4-dihydro, 7-methyl and 4-oxo. This is 4-oxo. Thus we can justify the IUPAC name. It is mainly used for negative bacteria in UTI. Here we can see the synthesis of naldixic acid by using 2-amino 6-methylpyridine with diethyl 2-ethoxymethylene malonate. It contains to form ethyl 4-hydroxy 7-methyl 1,8-naphthalyridine 3-carboxylate, and this react with ethyl iodide and KOH to give our naldixic acid. Now ciprofloxacin. Ciprofloxacin is a prototype drug used for bacterial infection in UTI, and it is used in the infection caused at bone and joints, endocarditis, gastroenteritis, malignant otitis externa, respiratory tract infection, cellulitis, UTI, prostatitis, anthrax, and cancords. Here we can see the synthesis of ciprofloxacin. There is reaction of 2,4,5 trifluorobenzoic acid with DMF and COCl2 by condensation with this reactant. It gives ethyl 3-oxo 3,2,4,5 trifluorophenyl propionate, and after formation of intermediate compounds and reacting through various reactant, finally we got ciprofloxacin. Next drug is norfloxacin. It is a fluoroquinolone antibiotic used in UTI, gynecological infection, inflammation of prostate gland, gonorrhea, bladder infection. Now we move on to synthesis. Here we use 3-chloro-4-fluoroaniline, which is react with diethyl ethoxy methylene malonate, diethyl methoxy ethylene malonate to gives. Here we can see this this whole component attach on this nitrogen, and from this aniline the hydrogen is attached to this oxygen to form ethanol. Thus we get this compound, and after heating there is removal of one ethyl malonate group, and only there is left COC2H5. By reacting this compound with NaOH and so ethyl bromide and this NC2H5, thus we got 7-chloro 1-ethyl 6-fluoro 4-oxo 1,4-dihydroquinoline 3-carboxylic acid, and further reaction with piperazine we got our norfloxacin. If we see the nomenclature of norfloxacin, the whole substitution is same, but there is only attachment of one piperazine ring which is attached from one position. So piperazine one eel is extra attached.